everybody, welcome along. Grassroots Rugby bringing you rugby from up and down New Zealand. Mostly it's finals time. We're going to start in Southland with their Division 2 final before we go to North Harbour and Otago. And in the middle, we've got something quite special. We're sort of back to the future, sub-union rugby. It's been a long time since we've had anything to do with sub-unions, but we're going to start in Riverton, at the Riverton Domain. Tom Conroy is there for the Division 2 final between Riverton and his old club, Waikiwi.
Welcome to Riverton, the Riviera of the South, and it thoroughly deserves the reputation based on what we see today. They're hosting the Division 2 final here in Southland between Riverton and Waikiwi. Now, these two clubs celebrated Jubilees earlier in the year before Grassroots was on air, so we weren't able to acknowledge that. But Riverton celebrating 150 years, Waikiwi 125 years, so 275 years of club rugby between them. We wanted to be able to celebrate this season with them at some point. Turns out they're playing in the final against each other, so it's a great opportunity for us to be down here and share that moment. It's supposed to be a very close final, and of course both teams' supporters will show their true colours. This is a photo of the centennial year back in 1999, and if you're wondering why the commentary might be just a wee bit biased today, take a look at the colours and take a look at that gentleman there. It's me, very proud member of Waikiwi then, also appearing in the 125th picture later on.
We started in 1899. The World Wars put us into recess, but at about 1954 we went into recess completely because they just didn't have the numbers. It never picked up after the Second World War. Then in May 1960 the club reformed and where it is today from then. It's been going since 1960. It started off with schoolboys in 1960, and we've had a pretty interesting life. We've shifted from the old domain to here. We've built all the club rooms, and it's just been a highly community-based club all the time. It's really good. Just the fact that we can build these things ourselves, and we just get on and do it. We've never been a club who have been right up the top of the grades, but we've always been, we had a lot of feeders to other teams, and we've only ever had two All Blacks, Messrs Richardson and White, way back in the day, but, they served the club well, and it's great, to get to today is really great. Yeah.
We shouldn't forget, we have won the Galbraith Shield though, haven't we?
We have, just the once, but back in 1910 I think it was, something like that, yeah.
Reflect on your memories of the Jubilee celebrations themselves, a fantastic turnout.
It was a great weekend, big build up towards it, and it didn't disappoint really. It was a massive amount of numbers of people were rove, totally stoked with how the whole weekend went, apart from Monday morning when I woke up.
And Kamo is here, and he's got a connection with this club, having played with some of the past members.
Yeah, a few of our schoolboy news teams that went away years ago, they went away with Kamo, Nigel Poppin and Sean Tane. And though he has got a bit of a connection. It was great to have Kamo down here. He was good for the night, good for the day. Great man actually.
And a proud year to be president no matter the result today.
Yeah, 100%. Yep. The club's outdone itself over the last this whole year. Proud either way.
Well, Rodney, this is a particularly special game for you because you've played for both sides, haven't you?
I have. I played for the Waikiwi Premiers when I was an 18-year-old, and then came back home and ended up playing 238 games for Riverton.
So obviously the Riverton connection is very special. Is that a family affair?
I played all my life here since a 5-year-old, and travelled all the way through the age groups and captained the senior team to quite a few championships wins, and we ended up actually making it to the Premier grade, first time ever in our history.
What keeps you coming back to a club like this?
Well, you've got to look at the crowd here today. We're a small town of 1,500 people, and there's probably 2,000 people here. So we're very orientated around the rugby club because it's the hub of our wee town.
Last question is, do you want to borrow my scarf to offset that green and white? Because you have allegiance to both.
I do.
think that's appropriate look, I think.
Yeah, well, Waikiwi took me as an 18-year-old and I loved it, and that's what's great about footy. You make friends for life, and I still have a big connection with all the boys I played with at Waikiwi, and it's quite special because friends for life with their little wee game, and it's great.
You can't lose today, can you really? You'll find goodness somewhere, no matter the result.
Oh, I'm definitely green and white all day. But no, it's a special day for both clubs.
Well, Grant, very special year for the Riverton Club. Tell us about the Jubilee celebrations first of all.
Yeah, 150 years, being the oldest club in Southland. It's been pretty amazing, actually. We had 4 days over the Anzac weekend, and so I think we had just over 500 people here guested and seated for a dinner on the Saturday night, so it's been pretty amazing.
For a club of that size, 500 is a fantastic turnout.
Oh, it's been massive, yeah. We had people come from Europe as well as in Australia, a lot of people in the North Island, so it was great.
And a good gala function, obviously well attended, but well received.
Yeah, it was amazing, actually. We had Christian Cullen and Mills Miliaina and Amy Rule as our guest speakers, so it was pretty impressive. They spoke for about 45 minutes and everyone was pretty thrilled with the way they come across.
It's a very elite group, the 150 group. There's only a dozen in New Zealand, if that. What is the secret, particularly in a town this size, of maintaining that tradition?
Yeah, I think it's the culture here. Like, we run about 9 to 11 teams right through from Ripper Rugby through. In the last 2 years, we've had a senior C team as well, because we're trying to accommodate about 55 senior players. So getting that second team going, I think, boosted things, as well as having an under 14 and an under 18 school kid team, because we're the only club in Southland that are running school kids. Everyone else is run through the schools program. So yeah, we're the only one featuring that age group level.
And things going forward looking good. That 150 is not by any means the end of the run.
No, definitely not. Hey, we're pretty strong here, probably the strongest Western club in Southland. So yeah, no, we're here for a long time yet.
Unbeaten so far. That add a bit of pressure for you?
Well, anything can happen in a final, can't it? 12 from 12, and it's their 13th game. But look, the boys prepared really well on Thursday night. They all know what they've got to do. And like I say, they'll be reasonably evenly matched, both forwards and backs. But I think we're hoping we got a little bit more in the backs, but we'll know after 80 minutes, won't we?
And the last game between the two of you was quite close. So the round robin game told you a bit about what Waikiwi have got to offer.
Yeah, it was. We played at Waikiwi, and offhand, I think might have been 10 or 12 points in it. So yeah, and like that was a wet day too. Today they're playing on a hard ground. It'll suit them. They got some nice backs too, But yeah, we'll just play what's there and put it in. Hopefully the sun doesn't affect us too much, and like we have a good home crowd. We've had good support all year. That's something we have had, and so is Waikiwi. I think they've got 2 buses coming out. So yeah, that would be good.
We are Waikiwi.
Well, Cole, massive day for the club. That's an understatement. Are the boys ready?
Absolutely, no. We've had a couple good trainings this week. A few sore bodies from the semi-final, but I think we're ready to go for sure, yeah.
They know how to dig deep going by that last result.
Yeah, that was massive. I didn't know if they had it in them, but that was probably one of the better ends of the game I've ever seen from Waikiwi side for sure.
Yeah, well, that Riverton team has enjoyed great success this year. What do you think of the differences between losing to them and knocking them over?
Well, they haven't really been pushed at all this year. I think they're definitely unbeaten for a reason. They've got good players right across the field, but this is do or die rugby, and it's a different beast, so anything can happen.
Added pressure being a Jubilee year, but I suppose it's the same for them.
Yeah, no, 2 great clubs celebrating 2 big years. So no, you couldn't write it like this if you tried. So the club's been fantastic this year. Huge players, big support, and it's great to see.
Isn't it terrific? 125-year-old club against a 150-year-old club. Here come the 150 boys. Riverton, who gave Mossburn a right toweling in their semi-final, and then Waikiwi. They had to do it tough, but they did it. This is Waikiwi in the red and the black. They play for the CJ Soper Trophy, and here's Tom.
Not handled well by Brown, but knocked backwards as the referee, so the position retained by the home team. Elder looks to his right, goes to his left. Again through with another touch. Caught in possession though, and Now penalty in front of the post. They take that tap and go. Elder gets close, short. Try. I think that's signalled, or is it a penalty? It is a try. And that's quick thinking at the penalty. It was a gift 3 points if they wanted it. In the replay, you can say the quick tap, the go, the try, and Waikiwi caught napping. Oh, fabulous take in the air, and that was a great kick-off execution by Waikiwi. Just what they need to lift the spirits. Harry Tane protects the ball and gets Waikiwi a penalty, and there may be a consideration here to just chip away at the lead. Very good goal kicker and very handy. Captain is saying, yes, I'll have a look at the posts. We need to slow things down a bit and eat away at the deficit. That's a beauty, absolute beauty. And Waikiwi pick up their first points courtesy of the Sean Henderson penalty in the 18th minute. Scrum under control, Riverton. Ball comes out slickly. Will they inflict some further punishment before the half-time break? It's a real good fight at breakdown time, but all players contesting. Waikiwi think they've got it, they're wrong. Riverton have control. No room around the fringes to make progress. Oh, it'll a hand on the ground, and maybe, just maybe, Riverton will get outside the 7-point margin. They'll be keen on looking at the posts, and that's what they signal. This kick is the most difficult of the day so far. But no less successful. And the crowd roar. There goes the home boy, Kellen Thompson, has added a crucial 3 points, 16-6. It's been a very tense final, a very close one, but Riverton have nudged ahead and stayed there. The half-time break at the Riverton club. Looking at the first 5 to create something. He manages to pull in a couple of defenders. A little bit of a draw and pass. And Nicholson has to look after the ball himself. Riverton think they've stolen the possession, they're wrong. Now it's Hamilton who's found a gap, a massive gap. Eventually brought down from behind, but only for a moment, not held. So Waikiwi with a chance out left. Numbers, big men, gotta be a try. Is! Van Voot has scored for Waikiwi. And that was a menacing run, and as you can see in the replay, it was good awareness by Henderson when he saw the numbers out wide of the big man, the number 1, Jono Van der Welt, saw the line and there was no stopping him. Turner again with some momentum. Ball almost unguarded for a moment, nobody there for Waikiwi to snaffle it. And Horrell through the gap. Now Riverton looking increasingly more dangerous as the game goes on. Presenting the ball one-handed to Elder, and out wide must be a try. Draw, pass, try. Wonderful effort by Riverton. As they went to the far side, they saw there was space, and the try was a beauty. As the ball was spun wide, spun quickly, the gaps appeared and they were exploited. And Riverton one hand on the CJ Soper Trophy. The scrum won by Riverton is sees an intercept and a try. And have Waikiwi come back quick enough? The referee is saying try. So Riverton caught napping the intercept, the try from Waikiwi. The game has opened up again. I think it's the number 8, Karauria, that came up with the points. It was certainly right place, right time for the visiting team. And referee's time Fullback Lucas getting in there. Everyone's getting a touch. Waiting for the nod. They can clear it, but could have turned this over now. We're pouring into that ruck and getting a penalty. So Riverton couldn't run the clock to cessation. There'll be a chance on the outside or perhaps on the inside. And the try scored. So Waikiwi will have the last laugh. They won't have the trophy. Or is that a... Yes, that has been signalled a try. Yeah, that is a massive effort for Waikiwi not to give up. They know that time and Riverton have beaten them. But it was an effort and a half to keep the game alive as long as they did. The final action of the match will be a conversion by the captain. But the celebrations with the home side, they were superior all season in this division, never beaten, and they were superior today. 32-27, they are the Division 2 winners for 2024 in Southland.
Oh, look, an absolutely massive game to be a part of. Club rugby teams like this in Southland are pretty special, as you can see today with all the spectators here, and we've got a very special club ourselves. I'm actually from Riverton myself, so it is real special to come out here. Unfortunately, lose to the boys, but I'm sure they'll let me know about it at the pub.
Well, it was every bit the nail-biting final we expected.
Yeah, I give it all to Waikiwi. I wouldn't rather play another team. It was an unreal game. I'd like to thank all the supporters too. Like, I played a lot of upper-level rugby, and to come back to a Div 2 game where there's this many supporters is pretty bloody unreal. Like, you wouldn't get this anywhere else. And I'm just stoked to get the 1A.
Happiness in the southern part of the country. We're going north now, all the way to North Harbour for the North Harbour final between North Shore and Takapuna before we go to Otago and even further north to Northland. Grassroots Rugby takes you to Devonport on the north shore of Auckland and to the Vauxhall Reserve. It's the home ground of the North Shore Club, one of the very famous clubs in all of the Auckland area.
Well, welcome into Vauxhall Park for the North Harbour Rugby Club final. We've got North Shore against Takapuna. Now, these two teams have faced each other in the final 4 times, so they know what each other is all about. It's going to be an absolute ripper of a game. Let's find out what the coaches have got to say pre-match. James, 4 times you've been here against Takapuna, rinse and repeat. Does that give you a bit of confidence?
Not about confidence, but yeah, we know what we're up against and looking forward to it, so yeah.
Your first year as head coach, you come into it as forwards coach previously. That'll be important out there today.
Yeah, obviously wet weather today, so we'll see how we go. We want to have a good crack with our backs as well, so despite the conditions, we'll still throw the ball around a little bit today.
Challenging build-up for you with a couple of byes and then playing the lower team in the table. How has that affected your build-up?
No, we're pretty happy with the build-up. It's been really good. We've had a week off to just train and get ready. Mahu were pretty tough last week, very physical side, and we expect the same today from Taka.
What have you said to the boys? What's your game plan kind of heading in?
For us, it's about standing up. You know, these boys have been part of a really great club for a number of years. A lot of them have come through from the juniors, so they're a chance to put their name in lights and win a championship. So we're looking forward to it.
And final comment on the conditions out there. Anything in particular you'll change or target?
No, we'll just play down towards the corner in the end and try and get them stuck down there and score some points. So looking forward to it.
All the best out there. The crowd will be huge.
Yeah, I expect so. We had a big crowd last year, so I imagine it'll be pretty much the same this year.
Go well.
Awesome, thank you.
Nick, big dance again. The two teams have come together 4 times before. How does that impact your build-up?
I guess it just impacts us by being really focused on the game. We know over the last few years that it's been North Shore and Takapuna in the finals. It's come down to 1 or 2 moments, so we're just preparing ourselves for the big game as best as we can to go out there. Conditions will be interesting, but outside of that, I guess it's finals footy and it's do or die.
You had a very close semi-final last week to get here.
Yeah, we left at the last minute. The boys dug deep the last 25 of that second half. We really started to play our structure, play our shape, and the boys got it done in the last final play, and then our young first 5 Jackson managed to kick it from the sideline to get us into the final.
What's the support been like from the community this season?
It's been fantastic. We've always had really good community support. Same with North Shore as well. You saw it last year where there was about 5,000 supporters here. So I think there'll be similar numbers here today. But support for us has been really great, right through from it to our board members all the way down to our juniors. It's fantastic.
Obviously, wet conditions out there, your forward pack will play a huge part of the match.
Yeah, it'll be a really big upfront game. So I think for us, it's just keeping it really simple, just making sure that we're doing our basics and managing these guys in their forward pack with their scrums and their lineouts. We know that that's their strength and that's their go-to. So we'll try and combat that and just make sure that we're doing our job.
Having Carl Tuinukuafi back in the squad, how big a boost has that been?
Yeah, it's a really big boost. I think just hearing his name on the team sheet, the boys really got up for it and really sort of feel like if he's there, we know there's value on this game, and he'll bring a huge amount of wealth, experience, bit of power up front. So yeah, we're really looking forward to getting him out on the field.
Well, enjoy. Go well out there.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Oh, look at that. Oh, I don't think I've ever been to a footy game where there's been a jumpy castle before. Takapuna. They won their semi-final with a last-minute converted try against Northcote. North Shore had a much simpler time against Mahurangi. This is North Shore in the green and the white. And you'd like to think that the majority of the fans here, and there's plenty of them, will be supporting North Shore, but Takapuna's not so very far up the road. There'll be plenty of the blue and golds.
Yep, those semi-final results set up the fourth meeting in the finals in the last 4 years between these two clubs.
Oh, look out. Look out!
Hunter Rice.
Whoa!
Star fullback. Play to watch.
Oh, there's a try. What a heck of a try that is. Hunter Rice made it. The crowd's going to finish it by the look of things. What a great try. McNaughton got it doing the halfback support. Look at Rice.
Yeah, injection of pace. McNaughton, though, jersey 9, we're looking for. Beautiful line, just tracking on the middle, always the support available. I love the way he threw his arms around, just making sure in this noise that Hunter Rice could hear him. He did. Got him over for the first points.
Shaw bashing away again at the Takapuna line. This is Coleman. McNaughton to Rice. Rice looks outside one. And just about over in the corner is Whanganuku.
Good ball, though. Very quick. Kill the advantage. Don't need it.
Good try. Good try. Masimaka gets the try, and the crowd really like that.
The Shore taking advantage of a pretty stiff breeze behind them, of course, so territory in their favour. But down there, making conversion. Love the quick ball, penalty advantage, so well refereed. Ian Marker, tough. Well low to the ground, isn't he? Hook up, almost crawled over.
Takapuna, front of the line-out move, he's got it. He's got it. I don't think that was exactly the way it was planned, but the try goes to Finau.
And didn't they need that? As I mentioned, playing into a stiff breeze at Takapuna, so one of their only chances, and they took it almost on half-time, kept themselves in the match. And that man in the middle looking at his phone, an All Black out of Takapuna, Blair Larson. He was won a few championships as Lammy.
Oh, yeah. McNaughton off the back of a very good scrum from North Shore. Little takes the hit up.
Good to see him back, playing for North Harbour as well as here.
Oh, look out. We're playing footsies with it. No, the referee spotted something. And we'll have the shot at goal. Thanks, ref.
That Little's not Walter Little, by the way. It's James Little. But back and playing for Harbour.
Good time to get points, 17-5. This young North Shore team, unbeaten last year, unbeaten so far this year. Half a game to go to have 2 unbeaten years in a row. That's not a bad effort.
Yeah, good effort. Game's still in the balance, I think, though.
Oh, yeah, very much so.
Absolutely, but Takapuna, which is a classic coach's call, have to score first.
Well, they're making a go of it. They're about 4 metres out. Make that 3.5. Make that 2.
You've got to say well done to the crowd that's turned up.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's close.
They're making a great atmosphere here.
The referee was playing an advantage there. Doesn't matter. I think that might have been the winger got in there, is it? Let's have a look. I'm not sure who scored that, but it's a good try.
Well, they did it through the hard yards, and it doesn't matter what numbers on the back. I think everyone had to roll up their sleeves here for Takapuna. As I mentioned, the game on a knife edge. This absolutely tightens things up. Look at the crowd. We keep mentioning them. The atmosphere is electric.
They linger with the try, and now you can get an indication of the wind by that rain. Just about horizontal.
Gee, discipline, patience, all of that, but also something special we're looking for from both sides. Defensively for the Shore, attack-wise for Takapuna.
This is hard work for Shore, hard work for the defenders as they keep pounding away Takapuna. Close, closer. There we go. Halfback sneak. It's a good one too.
Caleb Falloon, the reserve halfback. Multiple penalties and multiple advantages North Shore giving away. Yeah, someone in the crowd asking for the yellow card. Well, it has to be damn close, I think.
Yeah, it was a justifiable call, that, I think.
Hasn't been. Try was awarded. Kicking hasn't been their greatest asset this afternoon, Takapuna. Misses another one.
Oh!
Misses another one. That could be a game changer.
Oh, hang on.
That could be a moment.
Yeah, North Shore would love a stop here, and they'd love to get the ball back, and they'd love to go and play the game down the other end. But,
Big All Black Carl Tunukiafi wasn't really expecting it, or was he?
Referee says...
It's over.
There is no more, and Shore go back to back. 20 points to 15.
Tom, obviously a lot of rugby out here today. Who were you supporting?
Oh, North Shore. I grew up playing for them, so wicked to see them come away with a victory. It was awesome. So I've been coming down here all season, and this is the most people I've seen down the ground for a long time, so awesome to see them all having such a good time. Plenty of kids here, and famous victory for Shore.
What do you feel now watching people playing out there in the mud and the cold? Are you thinking you made the right career choice?
I've always been very happy I played an indoor sport, but it certainly brought some emotions, end of a close game, all those things that kind of come into the fore for the players. I know how they feel. Awesome for the Shore, obviously devastating for Taka. Felt like they could have had that one, but it's sports, eh?
We do it for the supporters. They come out every week, they follow us away, and it's just for them really, and it's just awesome, awesome.
You had so many young players, little boys with bare feet and flags in their hands, wanting to be you boys when they grow up.
Oh, the good thing is a lot of our team have been through that. We're all from down here, a lot of local boys, and it's good to see those young fellas coming through, and it'll be awesome to see the next generation come through as well. So
awesome. Well, enjoy. Go celebrate.
Thank you.
They're an exciting young team, North Shore. To Kaikohe in the far north for sub-union rugby. Bay of Islands against Mangonui. They're playing at the Kaikohe Rugby Club for the Robbie Ball Memorial.
I've been associated with the Bay of Islands Rugby Union for nearly 38 years, and I'm also heavily tied up with the Northland Rugby Union. I've just been recently made a life member as such, but this is really passionate for me, and this game that we're playing today against Mangonui means a lot because we're the two closest sub-unions together. So, and we play in what's called the Far North competition for the senior clubs, so it's really important.
The game we're playing is for this cup. It's dedicated to the memory of Robbie Ball. He was originally Kaio administrator here, and he also was in the Bay of Islands committee as well, dedicated to fulfilling lots of obligations in the Bay of Islands committee. So it's great that his wife is here, Claire. So it's a good day in remembering Robbie Ball today.
I hail from Kyle, first of all, and recently come home. But other than that, in terms of preparation for our guys, it's been a short one. It's been a couple of weeks. We're fortunate to have 7 teams merged to make our Bay team, and there's a good representation of our Bay teams. We've had a couple of trainings. The guys have kind of pulled together something, and hopefully we see a good spectacle today.
Are you expecting a hard game, or what's your feelings?
I think the key thing is that they've certainly got a good side from what we could see. But the game's a beautiful thing where you just worry about your own self. So we've just dialed in what we know. We've got guys afar. We've got like 9 players from Kirikiri, 5 from Moeroa. We've got 4 from each from Kaikui and Kaiho, and then we've got Aotearoa or Kaiho. So we got a band of merry men that's come together to try and put something out there today. So we've done all we can in terms of our preparation. And it's just really up to them the next 80 minutes.
Can you tell us about your preparation for today's game with your players?
It's a great opportunity for the guys from the far north to represent their province, or their sub-union, I should say, and to play against a team that we've got no idea what they'll be like, and to be honest, we've got no idea what our side will be like, but it will be a very good game, and we do have a good squad. We aim to have 2 trainings, but just the way it went after finals and stuff, 2 weeks ago we had to can that first one, and that was solely because of numbers. But no, Wednesday night's training, we got a good turnout, the 24 that are here, and we'll give it a good crack.
That's all you can ask, really, is a good crack. The blue and the gold is Mangonui, and the blue and the red is Bay of Islands. Mangonui with the ball.
Kaikoura Rugby Club, a couple of All Blacks out of this club, brothers actually, the Smith brothers, Pete and JB, Johnny Smith, one of North Auckland's great All Blacks actually, centre.
Intercept, and there we go. Bay of Islands going to get on the board through Royce Sanderson, just hovering in the Mangonui back line.
Out of Ngāti Moerewa Club, so in the Bay of Islands sub-union, as we mentioned before. Moerewa had a fantastic season, got through the semi-final of the club comp.
No, that's a good little move, like that a lot. There's the hooker, goes closest guy, goes real close.
Well, here in New Zealand, we do that around the back of the line, we call that a willy away. That one around the front, just a variation of that.
It's a Blair away. Good ball for Mangonui. Into the setup. Forwards come round the corner and rumble.
Yeah, nice pattern here from Mangonui, building. Swinging it back to the right, got space.
Scut made some space. Now we've got some go from Abagaya, and the ref says...
He says over, Mace, I'm sure.
He didn't say anything yet.
Not yet.
He's asking his mate. His mate says, yep, give it. So he will. Bit of speed shown there. Good try.
Yep, Abagaya the hooker out of the Kaitaia Rugby Club. So Mangonui, Kaitaia, Eastern, Awanui, clubs like that in the Mangonui Union. In fact, some Eastern players right there. Dave Jelena.
Puri's another one. Bay of Islands, probably a slightly bigger sub-union, I would say. Now, some width. Fullback chimes in, and on the loose is Clark. Clark, good stretch. Gee, did well to score that. Did very well, did Levi Clark.
Well, Levi Clark out of Kirikiri, so yep, the Bay of Islands sub-unions, 2 senior clubs, Moerewa, Kirikiri. And Levi Clark, good pedigree, out of the Going clan.
Mangonui. Away they go. Now, he's already got 1 try. Is he going to get another? He's not going to give up. It's not for want of asking. And the referee says, hang on, time out. I'm going to consult again. And I think this is another try to Abogay.
Referee hasn't liked both of his tries initially, has he? Both had to go to the TMO, both had to go to the committee and consult it.
Bay of Islands.
Beautiful take.
Didn't quite work.
Well, this is going to change things for Mangonui.
It sure is, as Harvey takes it all the way. A 60-metre sprint. Right.
Troy Harvey, out of the Eastern Rugby Club. So Toe Par for people that know the east coast of Northland. Beautiful bloody spot, actually. A magical spot.
That's a good looking kick. Not quite. So we'll go to half time then with Bay of Islands still in the lead, but by a lot less than it was not so very long ago. 24 points to 17. The Mangonui blokes having a wee chat about it.
I love the locals out here. Good gathering, community coming in to watch their favourite code, rugby.
Beautiful break that from Barker. Barker looking for support, finds it on the inside from Scutt. And the try is scored by Shanks.
David Barker, the second 5'8", love the way, great athlete, he's big, powerful, strong, but running with ball in two hands, always options both ways, left, right, he can tuck, he can kick, he can pass like he did, good skills.
Mangonui are right back in this game with a vengeance.
You can feel their energy, can't you, Mace?
Wow, I'll say. Took them a while to get warmed up, but now that they've decided that they're in this game, they are well in it. We'll have a penalty there if you want it, chaps. We don't want it. We don't want it, ref, because we'll score the try. This is Pont Bellamy who goes across.
And this is a away game for Mangonui, Kaikoui and the Bay of Islands sub-union. So they've had to travel a little bit down the road because State Highway 1's closed, so they've had to go around the long way. But they're here and they're fired up.
Right, Bar Plenty need to get back in this game. They need to get it back in pretty quickly. And this might be the way to do it. There's a man over here, and the man over is going to score. It's McCaslin.
I love the injection from Josh Davis, the fullback. Beautiful. Drew the man. Nice pass to the left-hand side. Crucial kick.
Kick is over, but it's not going to be enough. 36 points to 31. Mangonui, what a fight back. What a great fight back.
It's a big honour to play in this comp. I know the Bay, every time we play, we like to try and get as tight as we can as a group. I know we only got 4 trainings or whatever it was, so just building together. There's a lot of boys that come long distances. I know there's some guys who are travelling 2-3 hours just to get to training, so it's a memorable moment just to even play in this game and to do as well as we did. It was awesome.
Feels pretty good to hold the trophy again and hold on to it for another year, hopefully. A little bit on the game. I thought we started a bit slow, Mangonui, and Bay came out firing in the first 30 or so, but we managed to build phases and get back in there in the end, and yeah.
The Robbie Ball Memorial to Mangonui. Good win. Very, very good win for the Mangonui team. Okay, we've got one more final for you, folks. It comes from Otago. We're going to go to Forsyth Barr Stadium to check out Dunedin against Green Island on Grassroots Rugby. If you come from Dunedin, you know the name Speight, and the Speight Shield is what they're going to be playing for here today. Long time since Dunedin won it, but a lot longer since Green Island were the winners.
Welcome to Forsyth Barr for the Dunedin Metro Premier Final between two great clubs, Green Island and Dunedin. Really excited to see a fast-flowing game out on the stadium today. Wish both teams all the best. It's been a pretty good year for you guys this year, and a really good win over University in the semi-final. Thoughts on how today's game's going to go for you?
Look, obviously last week, we had a bit of a tough fight against University, but look, we just dug in deep, especially at Shark Park. But in terms of today, there's no excuses not to play open, expansive rugby. So we're looking forward to the challenge and the opportunity on the stadium.
Now you've got some rock stars in that full pack. Who are some of the guys we should be watching out for today?
Oh, look, from a pack perspective, it's pretty hard to go past, the likes of Rowan Wingham and Ruben Palmer, man. So they'll be getting to work in the middle field. They've got a few exciting backs as well that we want to showcase too. So that I hope that if we can give them enough ball, they'll do some damage out there.
2013 last time for you guys. Hoping to take it back this year.
Yep. I was actually there supporting my brother. So, yeah. Hoping that this is the year.
You guys had a pretty rock star year this year, qualifying first. We hiccup, running in, but a really good display against Southern last week. You'll be stoked about that?
Yeah, last week was a really, really great game of rugby, and we were lucky to come out on top. It could have went either way. We've proved a lot of doubters wrong all year, and hopefully we can do it one more time today.
Yeah, I'm not going to say pressure, but there's a lot of great feeling going on about Green Island at the moment and what the club has done over the last sort of 10 years. The community was here for the P2 game. How's it all going with GI and everything that's happening this year?
Yeah, great club, mate. What a great club. And, we hope we can do it for our club members. It's been a long time. A lot of our guys weren't born, so we're not really concentrating on that for our team, but it'd be great to give it to the club today.
Yeah, I think only one of us were born 46 years ago when it was last in GI's hands, so all the best. I hope you take it back today, mate.
Yeah, cheers, Moxie.
Now, if you read very carefully and very quickly on the right-hand side there, 73, 74, Green Island, long time ago. OK, well, Green Island did it by beating Southern. That's no easy win. Dunedin had University in their semi-final. They too had the win. Dunedin are the team in blue.
Dunedin are the Sharks, Green Island are the Grizzlies. And it is all on. Talking has stopped here in Dunedin.
You'd be Grizzly too if you hadn't won since 1970, what did I say, 74? Crikey, there's nobody out on that field today, including the referee, both touch judges and the coaches, who were even alive in 1974.
Well, lucky one of the commentators was then, eh?
Which one?
In fact, two of them. Here we go, beautiful.
The old corner
is that
kick.
an option? No.
Nice
Penalty
mark.
advantage.
Ref was playing an advantage, so we'll come back for Dunedin to have what I'm assuming is going to be a shot at goal. Where's he going to stop? Around and about there.
Yep, skipper Joe Cook knew he had the penalty advantage. Just thought he'd try something. Didn't work, come back. Chance of points.
And Burgess, no problem whatsoever. And Dunedin, with the opening points of the game, a penalty to Cameron Burgess.
Chances in finals, isn't it? About taking those chances, the little opportunities that don't come that often.
Correct. Telanga.
Building though.
Building pace here, McEwen. Out the back. Now there's a little bit of space here. No, there's not a shut down.
I thought he was going to give that.
I thought that had shut down, but Levi Harmon just shrugged his hips and through the gap he went.
Well, his strength, so much power. Harmon, player to watch too, called it the Otago NPC side for later on the year on form like this. And there'll be plenty of other players around the country watching Harmon go, oof, going to have to tackle him, solid, hold on.
Easy defence there, just call yours. Conversion, so Green Island extend their lead, 7 points to 3. Good crowd.
Wonderful
good
crowd. Well, both haven't seen the NPC or the Speight Shield throw for some time. So they're willing their boys on.
Midfield. Standing start for Tailanga. Now,
boy,
they
I
can
love
make
the
space
attitude,
here.
Green
Yes,
Island,
they can.
go.
Harmon. Oh, he's done it again. He's done it again. Levi Harmon. He's got grease on his hips or something. Wow, he's elusive.
Well, not yet, but he might turn out to be the hero. But you've got to admire Green Island's attitude. Absolutely trying to spin it wide whenever they can, trying to make their own luck.
Oh,
Great
well
chances.
Oh. Goodness gracious, he made that look easy.
Yeah, it wasn't.
No.
It isn't.
No, not at all. Levi Harmon, 2 tries now. Dunedin looking to hit back. Augustine. The defence is strong. Harvey gets mowed. And they've got the ball back. Oh, that's great play by Green Island as Dines takes it even further. Now, spin it all the way out here to the wing. I reckon something will happen.
They've lifted a level though, haven't they, Green
Have
Island?
they ever?
They're buzzing.
Oh, hang on.
That was on, but no.
Hang on. Rangatutia. In he goes. Oh, that might have been the old 14-point try. Because Green Island were looking dangerous out wide.
It was just the length of the pass, wasn't it? It had a bit of air on it. Rangatutia just saw it, read it beautifully. So I think he was in a defensive position, saw the ball in the air for a very, very long time, put on the afterburners, bang, good enough to get it, good enough to tighten things up, and game on.
Bolton brings it down. Now here's a drive. The old defensive line-out drive. They've taken it out of the 22, so the direct kicks to touch is out of the option. Don't want that. We'll go into the box. Oh, great take. Terrific take from Hurley. Hurley looks inside, finds Arscott, and into the corner goes James Arscott. Whoa! That's got the Grizzlies grizzling.
But how brave is Finn Hurley right there, jumping for the ball, fully committed. Through, heard the support, and just look at the man flying in the air. I know he's not a fullback, Hurley, but the favourite son out of Green Island, All Black fullback Ben Smith. Throw that in there. A couple of other All Blacks, but Bender is their number one boy.
Well, I'd be very proud of this team today. 1973-74 were their last victory.
Oh, how'd he get that
what
away?
an offload. How did that get out of there? Arthur Hunt gets the try, but boy, look at this work on the inside of him. Who was it?
Harvey.
Was it
The
Harvey?
left winger came in, I think, and just somehow flicked it. Absolutely was meant to do it, juggled, and then just flicked it. No look.
Volleyball.
Bobble, yours, over.
All right then, Burgess, from as far out as he could possibly be, doesn't do it. The referee's whistle goes, and Green Island have won it. Finally, their name will go back on the Speight shield. Their fathers may remember the last time, but that doesn't matter anymore because this is the next time.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we would like to win that one. Yeah, obviously gutted for the boys and all the work we put in behind the scenes to come up short there like that. But hey, I mean, it's the next best spot after first, isn't it? So still got to be real proud of everyone.
Well, Heath, what a game, eh? How are you feeling? What's your first thoughts?
Yeah, it hasn't really sunk in yet, but that last 10 minutes, the boys were, were dying for it, and a killer instinct came out, and the boys were just hungry, and I know I'm so proud of my group for what they've done this season, and 46 years since the last banner, so I'm just so happy that we've got it done today.
So you've taken home pretty much all the trophies for 2024. What do you put it down to, this mighty Green Island Grizzly team this year?
Our heart, the love we have for the community, the love we have for our club. I think it's the best in this Dunedin competition, and we play rugby because we love playing rugby, but we also love playing for a good club, and that's what I thought the difference was. So.
Yeah, tell me about the crowd there today. It was humming out there with mighty Green Island.
Yeah, I don't think there's anyone left in Green Island at the moment. I think they're all here, but so grateful for our community and our club. So yeah.
Happy, joy. Okay, grassroots people. Well, we sent Tom on the road today. He's always one to find a story.
And talk about club members who are so invaluable to the setup. We've got Alf McPhee here. You're not only a life member, father of the coach, I think manager of the senior team for 20 years, and chief cook, it appears.
Just having a turn. Yeah, everybody else is busy enough, so it's actually better keep them busy because the nerves are a wee bit high today.
What's kept you involved in this club for such a long period of time?
Yeah, this is where you make mates and it's lifetime friends and stuff like that, and when it's not rugby season, you can be a wee bit lost. But yeah, as far as managing the team goes, it's I think keeps you young because now there's people coming along to play that are born this century, and that's a bit scary. But get to know them and they get to know me, and then they realise, that old bastard's not so bad. And and you just make more friends, and the good ones stick around and other ones don't, and it's fun. Every year there's a new crop.
And does the coach take your advice?
Oh, I'm not allowed to say a thing anymore. I used to be able to say a bit a few years ago. Now I just shut up and stay out.
And it's just a pre-match bar because, 2.5 hours from the game and you're cooking, it's not even a home match.
I didn't want to stay at home. We just sort of talked about what we're going to do. So we've got a couple of buses organised, and I thought, well, anyway, I'm going to get lunches if I cook something. So everybody else, I'm pretty sure, will dig in. But it'll probably be going all day tomorrow too. So.
Well, save that sausage for me, won't you?
Well, the burnt one. Plenty more finals to come. We're getting towards the end of the list, but not quite. So there's a bunch for you next week, and then we've got some more the week after. If you haven't seen your final yet, well, tune in over the next fortnight because it's coming. Trust me, it's coming. Well, thanks to all the rugby clubs around the country, all the rugby folk around the country who are so good to us, who put on these games, and all the people who've come to watch, because the spectators have been terrific at every final that we've been to on Grassroots Rugby.